Nobody. I mean, nobody was born without potential. Yes, we all have something, skill, ability, talent, but most times these potentials are not fully maximized, or worse still, they lay dormant because people are not aware of what they have. It is one thing to be aware of what we have, and another thing to be willing and ready to submit it to God, for His use and for the benefit of His kingdom. Many times we get to think that what we have is insignificant, just normal or ordinary, that we get so casual about it. See, God is still in the business of breathing on ordinary things, making them extraordinary. If only we can realize what we have and yield it to God, we will do valiantly when God's breath and touch comes upon it. Moses, encountered and called by God, the assignment unveiled assurance of divine help and presence given, yet he was skeptical. He felt that the people of Israel wouldn't believe him, and God asked him, "What is that in your hand?" He responded, "A rod." This ordinary rod used to take care of Jethro's flock became a symbol of authority and power. It performed wonders in Egypt. It parted the Red Sea. It brought water out of the rock and healing to those who looked at it, who were beaten by snakes in the desert. In the time of famine, God sent Elijah to a widow who barely had food. All she had was a handful of flour and a jar of oil, so little, yet when she obeyed God's servant by making him cakes, she never lacked oil or flour in her house all through the famine until God sent rain. The poor widow, whose husband left with debt, had nothing to pay to clear the debt. Her creditors wanted to take her sons as slaves for payment, but she cried to Elisha and he asked her, "What have you in the house?" She said, "Nothing but a jar of oil." Yielding to the instruction of the prophet, she borrowed empty vessels and poured her little oil in all of them, and they got filled. She got enough oil, enough to pay the debts. She saved her sons from being sold into slavery. She saved a generation. A great crowd who were in need of healing came to Jesus. They were with him for 3 days and had nothing to eat. Jesus had compassion on them. He wouldn't let them go away hungry. He called his disciples and expressed his unwillingness to let the crowd go away hungry so they don't faint on their way. But his disciples asked, "Where are we to get bread enough in this desert to feed such a great crowd?" Then Jesus asked them, "How many loaves do you have?" "5 loaves and 2 fishes," they responded. Jesus took it from them, gave thanks to God, broke it and gave it to his disciples to share. Amazingly, they all ate and had left over of 12 baskets. Come on, how is this possible? It is no longer a mystery. God's hand simply rested upon it, and it had no option but to multiply until it could serve everybody who was hungry. See, we have a hungry generation to feed, a generation to save and secure. All we really need to do is to create space and make room for God to touch and breathe upon our little until it increases to the point where we are able to pay the debt we owe our generation. So I dare to ask you, yes, you, what do you have? Look inward, search within. What do you have? Don't be afraid. What you have is not too little to reach out to the crowd. The little you have is not just for you. It's beyond satisfying your hunger, your soul, and edifying your spirit, but that of others. Your little can be used to do great things. Simply submit it to God and watch him make you a wonder to your world.